Okay. Getting quick signals off here. It's about an hour before departure time. I'll see you guys in Washington, D.C. This is the National Leadership Conference News Network. Thank you. Welcome to Washington's National Airport, guys. Some of the other people that's coming with me. Not much different from normal airports. Now those folks over there, they're dealing more with the Army than we are. Yeah, they're cute. Thank you. Keep in mind that I know none of these people, and this is the beginning of our trip. Our sponsor has not arrived yet. Who knows? This is where I was staying, McCormick Hall, sort of like the Hardcastle on McCormick area. This is my leader, our fearless leader. He's very distraught right now because he can't think of the 5 nominations for Best Picture for last year. Look at that face, folks. Alright, this is what is known as the Beatrice Room. We've got all this weird stuff, big screen TV. That 2 air hockey tables. This is my favorite part. Hot shot basketball. We got just regular people talking and discussing things. Poker in the back. Alright, here's the fun part. The arcade, yes. These are my compatriots. And a photo booth.
How many of you all attend public schools? Okay, private schools? All right, parochial or religious schools? Okay. How many live in a big city, let's say with buildings 30 stories or more? Big city. All right. Small cities.
Faced every day with very adult issues such as death and discrimination. These children don't always have the opportunity to play games, dance, make friends, and overall just be kids. A volunteer counselor from the camp speaks of Dave saying, "His heart is so big, the kids are his life." The project has already had 2 successful week-long camps involving more than 100 campers from all over the country. When the camp is not in session, Dave remains busy drumming up support for these children and raising money to run the camp. Dave views himself as a liaison between these children and the society in which we live. By speaking to many around the country, as well as having children living, he will begin his presentation with a short video.
Oh, that one working? Great. All right, we'll do this one. Let me just take this one off because it's getting in the way a little bit. I don't need to break this valuable equipment. I'm going to try to do my best today. I'm going to be very frank and blunt with all of you. One of our campers just died Sunday morning, and the funeral was just yesterday. So my emotions are kind of up and down. Seeing that video again, I had to take a second before coming up because, you know, everything is right here. So bear with me if I lose my train of thought or at times I'm babbling. But I'll get on for it. My name is Dave Butler, as you saw in the video, and I'd like to thank the Congressional Youth Leadership Conference for having me here. And I'd like to thank all of you for coming. And I'd just like to say before I start talking about myself and what I do, that I really have to agree with John that I think this is going to be an outstanding experience for you. I worked in a similar organization called the National Youth Leadership Forum, and it really is, the kids went home saying it was fantastic. And it's basically set up the same way. So give it all you got, have a good time, meet people from across the country, and I'm sure that you'll always remember that. You're not good enough to give a gift, you're not the right color to give a gift, your gift is lousy, your gift is no good. Whatever that gift is, don't let anyone get in your way from doing that, because as you're climbing the ladder to give that gift, people are doing this to you to get down. And if you let them do that to you, it's not going to become successful. Do not let anyone say you're not good enough to do it, and don't ever let anyone say your gift isn't good, because you all can do it. And with that, thank you, and I hope you have a great conference.
Everybody's here. This is everybody, folks. Hawaii, Harrisburg. Keep in mind, I know none of these people.
My name's Nikki, so now you know me.
She refuses. Could we have that again? I missed it.
My name's Nikki, so this is Nikki. I don't have a name.
And where are you two from?
California.
Come, speak up. Don't be shy.
California. San Diego.
No, don't tell me. Say it on an intake.
We are the Adams.
You know who's putting
We might get like.
Remember that little guy?
This option you just put that movie. I know North Korea. It doesn't matter. They don't have to do it anyway. So it's Secretary of State. It would be so hard to do when they spread this out. They don't do it outside of it.
You want to go with that? You want to go with that? You have to go with the technical area.
But he's, yeah. He used that not like the people global trafficking. Get within hospital and address target. Say we will capitalize on nuclear Korean peninsula.
So what are you doing? But will I withdraw troops? We will, okay, well.
If they come to see their goal, our goal, or not, they can create it. How's that?
Beautiful. See? You yell them a little bit, you get
As you can see, things have changed and yet they
Hey, we went to
still
Seton Hall the other day.
remain the same.
They lost to West Virginia by 19 in the Meadowlands.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they
The
sure did.
walkie-talkies
Sunday.
are following us.
That's bad.
Okay. We are now at the Washington Hilton, where we're about to hear, I believe, some guy talk about foreign relations. We're now going to enter the main ballroom with the rest of these funny people. I know. CEO, our speaker, will be up there.
Out there before the Iowa caucuses began, and in effect, we now have 4 significant contenders who are likely to continue along for a period of time. With Senator Graham's departure, there are still 8 formally active candidates out there, but for 4 of them, they are in the...
Sorry for the glare, guys. This is a shot of Jackson. I don't know if you can read that. Should be able to.
Oh, yeah.
And over to my right, we have the big house. Somewhere around there.
No, walk up somewhere. Right.
It looks bigger on TV.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, troops. The White House.
They probably think, what is going on?
Oh, they're used to us. Tour groups come down here all the time. I'm talking to somebody next to me, for those of you.
Don't shoot, Clinton's not in there.
Good to summer. All right, all you Eatonizers. This is a protest. Think of a more pleasant future. Convert the war machines. Bring peace. Make love, not war. Trust God, disarm everyone. These people have been here since 1981. I kid you not. They have, that's their spot, basically. Oh, sure, they've made a couple changes over the years, but pretty much, that's them. Life is fill in the blank. When I grow up, I want to be a protester, Mom.
Stop.
All right,
That's the lady right there. She's been here since 1981.
I just put it in you and Ocean Parkway. My family came from
And here you have your typical, atypical Nazi. Minus the little mustache under the nose, but we can work with it. Let's stop maiming, torturing, circumcision, death to criminals. What a... And there, among all the chaos, is the CNN building, the Washington, Bernard Shaw, and all those other funny people. Larry King, live. Washington branch. Welcome to Union Station. This is where we had lunch. Just kind of giving you a picture of the architecture around here. It appears to be about 150. Statues on all the parapets. Like great Roman Greek gods, they watch over us. Something like that. And we're live from the bus looking at the Capitol, folks.
Somebody joked around here, Union Station, called that somebody else's number. We left a student behind in Union Station. Yeah, I thought I had a full bus and I didn't. And she never left. She never left Nebraska for the first time away from home. She was terrified. She just called the emergency number. You rattled me when you're gone. Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, when it happened. Yep. I almost got fired. You can probably ask them to see if they had more. I appreciate that. That's serious.
The Capitol, folks. No building in Washington can be taller than it.
How they were. How they were that completely and then you walk in this room.
Yeah, I think so. You would think it's 74.
You can't see the candles, you can see a little bit
Small,
This is the Department of Commerce right here. Yeah, I know.
Here we see the Washington Monument silhouetted against the blazing sun.
It's actually a representation of a male body part, and that's all I'll say. I didn't make that up either.
A finger.
Yeah, yeah.
The Washington Monument is originally Egyptian,
No,
She's like a finger.
which is probably why the top looks like a pyramid. The Department of the Interior, they're the ones in charge of breaking all the treaties with the Indians, so if you're a Native American and you feel screwed over, these are the people to write to. This is
Our inspector and a bunch of and the Watergate Hotel.
the circular building you're seeing is the site of Tricky Dick's biggest mistake, the Watergate Hotel.
And when we get further down, there's a pole on the 3rd floor that shows where the break-in occurred. Across the street is a Bob's Big Boy where
This is the New Zealand Embassy. We'll be going in shortly. I'll get a better shot then. These are the wonderful people I had to share a bus with.
Yes.
That's sarcastic.
Probably about 45 minutes.
Sitting like this?
No, but I'll entertain you in the meantime.
Anyone ever tell you look like John Larroquette?
Nope.
There's a particularly happy chick.
Thanks for the compliment.
I don't know why.
Okay.
But he's making millions of dollars.
Yeah, I'm not, so. but I get to work with these fine students. It's such a trade-off.
And
Okay.
This is Hollywood. Okay, here we are at the New Zealand Embassy. We have a funny-looking ornament, a totem pole, but they won't let us walk on the grass, so.
Because we want to knock it down and build something for the yacht race. And the property developers are already building hotels. And there's a huge amount of infrastructure going on. And this old lady just slammed the door in his face. And she goes, I'm never selling my property. Because I want to be able to see the finish line. Which I thought was really cute. So obviously, she didn't want $1 million. She just wanted to see the race.
I know one of my friends that I used to babysit for their kids. They're planning to move to New Zealand race and try and get back.
Oh, really?
Greetings from New Zealand. This is a Kiwi. They don't have wings because they didn't need to before the English came with their rats because the birds didn't have any predators. Looks like he's going to fall over, isn't it? Back to
issues. Before working for Congressman Reimer, he served as a press secretary for Representative Jim Shar. Mr. St. Croix is a 16-year veteran of Capitol Hill and has worked on several political campaigns, including the 1984 presidential campaign of Senator Gary Hart. A native of New York, Mr. St. Croix is a graduate of the George Washington University in Washington, D.C. I'd like everyone to give him a warm welcome. Here he is, Mr. John St. Croix.
Thank you. I don't like to use a microphone. I think everybody can hear me. I also don't like to make speeches. You probably are going to get tired of hearing them this week. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to spend about a half a minute telling you a very little bit about what I do, and then I'm just going to answer questions so that we can concentrate on what you want to hear. If I don't completely answer your question, I'll be happy to spend a few minutes when we're done to follow up. I want to try to get to as many people as possible. So I'm going to try to answer it succinctly and then move on. A legislative assistant is a staffer for a member of the House or the Senate that essentially helps get bills passed and committee work done. I sit through a lot of hearings, I help write bills, I especially help write amendments to other people's bills so that we can fashion our needs, ideological or parochial, into what comes out in the legislative process. We do a lot of lobbying on our own, we get lobbied by a lot of outside interests, and we try to work with both parties, both houses, and with the administration to move the legislative process forward. You'll be hearing more about that this week, and I know you'll be doing a mock Congress yourself. I don't want to go into too much more detail because, like I said, I'd rather hear what your questions are and try to answer those. So I'm going to cut myself off right there, and we'll go to clean. Every year, we bring this up every year and we'd lose, but one year we worked very, very hard. It was about a year and a half ago. We get to the House floor. The vote is 215 to 215. We need one more vote to win. There was a congressman, I won't say his name, was on the floor, was holding his vote up for sale. And we were in office, he wasn't asking for money, don't get me wrong. We were on the floor, we have nothing to offer him. You know, do the right thing, do the right thing. Well, you know, the leadership come over to him and say, you know that Martin Luther King building you want in your district? We just found the $15 million you need for it. Vote with us, we'll give it to you. And so we lost. It can get pretty bad. There's a lot of deal making going on. Some of it's more friendly, some of it's less. Some members who control power help people they like and don't help people they dislike. Some people put their state before their party. There's all kinds of horse trading going on. It's pretty bad.
Hold on just a quick second. I gotta make a quick phone call. Yeah, this is the president. Can you get me Newt Gingrich on the phone, please? Hey, Newt! It's Bill! Clinton! Hey, dude, look, I just want to apologize for this whole Air Force One mess. And I just want to assure you that I never told the flight attendants to tell everyone that in the event of a watery crash, you could be used as a flotation device. But dude, you know, if I were you, I would keep that mouth in the upright locked position. Hello? Oh. Yeah, can you get me Dan Quayle on the phone, please? Hey, Dan, it's Bill. Clinton? Yeah, Dan, I'm having a hard time hearing you. Turn the phone around. Turn the phone around, Dan. Yeah, see how it works? It has been some kind of cold in Washington this last month or so. I mean, we've had to huddle around Bob Dole for warmth. No, that was a joke, Dan. Yeah. Well, you know, Dan, the reason I called is my staff has informed me that you're not going to run for the White House. I just wonder if there's anything I can do to change your mind. Oh, you are going to run for president in 1997. Well, all right, Dan. You see, that's the difference between you and me. You actually want to be the president. On the other hand, I just want to be the king. Here's the way they're playing on saxophone. Hillary can run the country on her own. Oh, that government will reinvent. And Al Gore's looking most excellent. Let's rock. Looking out on the clock. What do you call it? You get it? Algorithm. I love that show. Well, there's really sense in it, the new age guy. About a rhyme job is not afraid to try. Everybody needing that acting wild. It's only me conversing with my inner child. Let's let a nasty ad begin. Cause if nice guys finish last, I know I'll win.
Now here's the deal. I'm back. Now some of you are wondering, Ross, how did you get to be where you are today? I want to say it wasn't easy. I had a very difficult childhood. Picture in your minds a young callow boy standing out in the snow in his bare feet, his face pressed up against the glass, looking at a happy family eating Thanksgiving dinner. Chokes me up just to think about it. I had to pick myself up, close those curtains and say, get out of here, little varmint, we're trying to eat. That's right. Times were tough and you had to be tough. Why, back when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, come to think of it, I'm still knee-high to a grasshopper. My mama said, Ross, politicians are like a box of chocolates. You never know when you're going to get a nut. Let me ask you this. If I run for president this year, how many of you will vote for me? I understand. Just yesterday I got a call from a fellow. He said, Ross, the idea of you running for president is kind of like what it was like if Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley were ever in the act of, how should I say this, perpetrating the species. Do you have the time to listen to Ross whine about Bill Clinton, Hillary, about nukes? I'm short as a mule. Hey, I could use a stool, but I have got an ego big as my loot. How come you voters act like creeps? How come you don't pick hicks like me? The debt is adding up, our nation's cracking up. If America can't pay, Ross the boss is on the way. Cause for me most every day is a green day. Woo!
Well, moving right along. In case any of the younger women in the class are considering entering into one of those traditional male-dominated relationships, I'd like to read to you from my new book, Angry Feminist Nursery Rhyme. We don't call them mother goose. We call them unappreciated primary caregiver goose. Rub-a-dub-dub. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub were networking while they were swimming. Their wives they'd exclude, which of course is quite rude. So all their wives left them for women. Attempt to conform to the male stereotype of the ideal female physique. Along came a spider and sat down beside her, which Miss Muffet squished with her Birkenstock. And finally, these little piggies. This male piggy went to market. This female piggy stayed home, performing demeaning menial tasks at the behest of the male piggy. This male piggy had roast beef, painstakingly prepared by this female piggy who was never appreciated for all her domestic engineering. And this female piggy had none because she knew through psychotherapy that the route to empowerment was to reject the traditional notions of right and wrong and to poison the male piggy with roast beef that had been fed bovine growth hormones. All the way to the hospital where he succumbed to stomach distress, and the female piggy took over his market and ran it as a non-exploitative cooperative celebrating the values of piggy diversity.
That one was for you.
This is some of our Michigan friends. And where are you guys from?
Oregon.
Oregon? Oh, Philadelphia. Is everyone getting this? There'll be a quiz afterwards. That means you too, Bricker. Yeah, Katya, I see you in the background. Here we are looking at J.R. Buson's older, much heftier, bigger football-like brother. He does not play the clarinet, but there is hope. Do a really goofy smile. That's my roommate right there, the ladies' man. Actually, he's not, but he looks pretty cool now, doesn't he? His name's John Polk, South Carolina. And here we have the illegal gambling.
You staying?
Yeah. Get all the prime suspects.
Can I flip them off?
And if you want to, buddy boy, this is going to be played at the end of the week, so all of you that are gambling will be thrown out. And here we have the foreign community. This fellow with his back toward me, well, the two young ladies, Argentine, and the handsome, strapping fellow that's looking at me oddly right now is... Here we are at our state senator, one of them, Carl Levin. We'll be meeting with his staff shortly. Welcome to the Supreme Court. This is the general courtyard. I believe I'm looking for the blind justice with the scales, but she doesn't seem to be here today. This is it, folks. A Supreme Court. Men, women, children. Equal justice under law. And there's all the cherubs and cherubim, all those guys. The Supreme Court, ladies and gentlemen.
Bet I could be in your little home movie.
Hi.
This is your movie just as much as it is mine.
Thank you.
Here we are at the actual Supreme Court room. This is where the justices sit. Yay.
That's pretty cool.
Can't go in because there's a big bar in front of me, so this is the best you're gonna get. And it's now... Oh, you've probably guessed where we are now. Staffers. And here we have the crest of Farmington Hills. Always cool. And in case you think I've forgotten about it, cool. Welcome to the Capitol. Here's a famous shot of the Constitutional Convention, not the picture, but a picture. What you are seeing is a long shot of the Washington Memorial. You shall soon go see Mr. Lincoln, the Lincoln Memorial, I'm deeply sorry. More later. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Mr. Abraham Lincoln.
Is that the Star Wars
Your camera's like strobe light.
Hi.
Something you like these children. Where was it? Supreme Court.
As in this temple, as in the heart of the people, to whom, excuse me, in this temple, as in the hearts of the people for whom he saved, the Union, the memory of Abraham Lincoln, is enshrined forever. A great man, and a great statue to go along with him. Here we have the memorable scene from Forrest Gump. There's the pool, I am on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, and there's the Washington Monument. Run, Forrest, run! Here we are at the Jefferson Memorial. It looks kind of like a light bulb from the outside. We'll be talking to Mr. Jefferson in a few moments. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Thomas Jefferson.
Hey, can you get a picture of us? Can you send us a picture? Will you send us a picture?
I'm not an advocate for frequent changes in laws and constitutions, but laws and institutions must go hand in hand with the process of the human mind, as well as that becomes irrelevant and more political stuff.
Do you guys care if I go stand?
Here we are at the Iwo Jima Memorial, otherwise known as the Marine Memorial, as it says, in honor and memory of the men and women of the United States Marine Corps who have given their lives to their country since November 1775.
As in New Jersey, and I'd like to address my question for Mr. Iraqi. If Bill Clinton wins re-election in 1996, do you believe that he will win on the basis of his own merit and as the best candidate, or as the lesser of two evils?
I think a little of both. I think that Bill Clinton has established a record that most people don't know about, and largely it was done in 1 year, in 1993. But it was a substantial record on education and college loans and Head Start and NAFTA and so on and so forth. Gun, yes, national service, gun control and all that, and that sort of thing. And it's a fairly substantial record which he will promote, and he will say that what we did then we can do again in the future. On the other hand, you know, it's a perfectly legitimate issue, and it is not negative campaigning as long as he or any other candidate does it on a policy basis to say, if it's Bob Dole or Lamar Alexander, look, this guy is going to be maybe working with Newt Gingrich, and Newt Gingrich represents the following policies, and if you elect these guys, here's the kind of policies you're going to have. It's negative campaigning, but it's perfectly legitimate, and that will be definitely part of the campaign.
Thank you very much.
And you're presuming there are going to be 3 candidates?
Maybe. Yeah, we don't know what Ross Perot's going to do.
Yeah, so he could be the better of the 2 candidates. Yes, very good. I'm like
Welcome to Arlington National Cemetery. We will witness the changing of the guard shortly. We are now at the grave of the unknown soldier for the changing of the guard.
to any staff who's going way up. Very silent.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? Howard! 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 Who? Howard! Who? Ready? Who? Ready and who? Heart! Who? Ready? Who? Pass on your orders.
Post and orders. Remain as directed.
Order. Acknowledged. Ready? Who? Praise and who? Right shoulder. Who? Out. Right. Who?
Ready? Step.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The ceremony you're about to witness is an Army wreath-laying ceremony to be conducted for National Young Leaders Conference. It is requested that everyone remain silent and standing during this ceremony. All military personnel in uniform should render the hand salute, and it is appropriate for all others to place their right hand over their heart upon the command of present arms. Thank you.
So he should mention that we won't.
Fine. How many people could have used 2.5 hours more sleep this morning? That may be the most. That may be the most votes we get on anything here this morning. Well, it's Saturday before New Hampshire. Saturday before the New Hampshire primary, and there are a lot of Republicans walking around New Hampshire and a lot of snow. Actually, let me ask that question. How many people have never seen snow before this weekend or this week? Congratulations. Congratulations. We've seen plenty of snow, and we're quite tired of it. Well, as I said, we're only, let's see, about 72 hours away or so from 48 hours away from New Hampshire, the New Hampshire primary. And a lot of presidential ambitions are at stake. And clearly the campaign is in full swing. Republican candidates had their last debate before the primary Thursday night. How many people watched the debate on Thursday night? Anyone see?
Find out which amendment Corey's speaking
against. Well, you didn't miss much, trust me.
Find out which amendment
You didn't miss
speaking
much.
against.
There wasn't much time.
Hello, what's your name again? Josie?
Pulaski, don't just...
Josie? Well, I want to talk to you. Should I answer now? Hello, my name is Angela, and my group is the Caucus Eve, or the Hayes group. Hayes was the 19th President of the United States, and the best thing about NYLC is the simulations, and the worst thing is everyone knows it's not enough sleep. More importantly, here you have Lori.
Hi, I'm Lori Carey. I'm in charge of the Economic and Educational Opportunities Committee, and I'd like to introduce you to my good friend Roger.
Hi, I'm Roger Buss, and I was the faculty advisor for our group H, the Eisenhower group, and they really enjoyed the simulations. It was a really great experience.
My name is Mara Braylev, and I'm kind of a shadow this week, faculty advisor for Coolidge, the best group. It's a great job. Is that all you want? My twin will speak.
I am Deanne Osbeck, also known as Fran from your group. I am Caucus A, majority party, Tyler group, and we're having a great week this time.
Hello, I'm Lisa Bethel. I am in charge of the Garfield group. We're going to Caucus B this week, and we're going to win!
Again, this is Lori, and I forgot to show you a special talent I learned here at the NYLC. It's called the iguana impersonation. The iguana impression. Nice to meet you.
The yeas are 128, the nays are 211. The nays have it.
NYLC, the last day. We are now at the dance banquet of sorts. We are taking this for the let me just get out to it. Hi Kaya, hi Joey, hi Gary, hi Mr. There are a lot of people, I've made a lot of friends. If anyone ever tells you to do this, do it. Please. You will not regret it. Unless of course you have you just don't do it.
He's not wearing a tie.
Yes.
He should be wearing a tie.
Not wearing a tie.
Just keep that in mind. When you go to the formal, you must wear a tie. And by the way, this is Janine Del Piso recording live from the banquet.
Hi, I'm Kristen and I'm from Pennsylvania.
That's Sarah. That's Carla.
I'm Erin from Virginia.
That's Erin. There's Jen. Say hi, Jen. Hi. And then you met him. And
John.
There's John and there's David from New York. And he says chocolate. And he's from South Carolina. And he doesn't know anything about VCRs. And back to what? Close up.
Yeah, I will. I just have to like put it all together.
Hi!
Oh well. We're his. I'm the only one with the tuxedos. Thank you. Oh well. You're videotaping this, aren't you? Oh well.
Tape it.
First, everybody listen up.
When you're done, help me take some pictures. Sure, no problem.
Peace, man.
Hey, bud.
Who is that?
Howdy.
Hello? Right here, man. Dun, 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 dun.
Get me off the camera, man.
Okay.
I can make a film for you right now.
Do you have any pictures to comment?
You promised me I could take
Hopefully the road is open.
Hi. How you doing? It's not working.
Hey, how
Not a feel.
I don't even know when the first show is.
Allison, would you put the camera
Smile.
We're watching people walk down the hall.
Smile, the three of you, good to go.
Mr. Death threats to my house.
Smile slid.
Oh, anybody have thank you cards?
I think I gave you one already.
Congressional thank you cards?
Okay.
I need to say two.
And see, there's a sort of like a box full of stuff in there. Also, if anyone is interested in buying a sweatshirt, if you didn't get one on Friday night, you want to buy it now, you can go out to the Beatrice area and buy one under $50. Also, the cafeteria is not open this afternoon if you guys want to grab.
I have like this one. Oh, here it is. And it was a leadership camp when we did like, if you ever heard of Stephen Covey, like the 12 steps to how effective people. And so we did like all these exercises. And one of the things we had to do was write a mission statement. And I read my mission statement like it was like in the same thing, like specifically.
What qualities now? We had our list in the beginning. Are there any qualities that you think need to be added or things that you think now are much more important?
You need also, if you want to be an effective leader, you need to be confident and assertive in what you do. Because like the minority leadership guy that came in here I thought he was.
I heard the word beauty. Okay, I'd call it acting.
Let's
go, bro. Hey, wait, it's Jim's turn, man. Jim has the mark. Get Manny.
Well,
I already got him.
I came here on a Tuesday morning. Now, I thought this was going to be like Boys Day, you know? If we messed up, we'd have to do push-ups and run, but you know, it wasn't like that, you know? Everybody in this whole group, like not even the whole group, like within the one, but like the entire nation, the entire three.
Yeah, clock is cheese.
One, two, three.
All right. This is cool, guys, because we have to kill 2 hours. 2 hours?
What the hell's going on?
2 hours.
Oh, this is cool.
We're not leaving till noon.
You ready? 1, 2, 3. Cookies, G.
Cookies, G. We're all like, you know, in a jiggle here.
I know.
What was it?
I know. 1, Kevin. 1.
Kevin's in the house.
That one's done too, I think. It is. Okay.
Stay tuned.
Back that up all the time to tell you what's going on. You know, this bus is going to load first, and then this.
Oh, he likes his bum. He's about to tune his guns iron, man. You can move that gun, boy.
Oh my God. I don't think you should do
What else? What other enlightened observations do we have about Sean?
He thought he had his sense of humor.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Now, you can come back. He was just joking, friend.
1, 2, 3. Oh, did that flash?
Oh, well.
Okay.
The thing take pictures or did it like shoot videos?
Videos.
1, 2, 3.
I'm selling it if anybody wants to buy a copy.
For how much?
She's a senior.
Everybody wave. There's the camera.
Oh.
Hi. This one.
Caucus roll!
Hey, baby.
I love your hat, man.
Sign it over in this area. Oh, there's even 2 minutes. I have signed it.
Take them at the same time. Just go like this.
Lewis and music.
Alright, this is going to be the easiest way to do this.
Pass it around and mark your name.
Yes.
They'll both do this.
Oh, but test around and please highlight your name. If your name's already highlighted, that's how you got you.
My phone number's wrong.
No, just take mine first.
If anyone wants to
No, it'll be okay.
Thank you. Is that 15 feet?
Here, I'll move here.
Does it matter?
Yes, it matters.
Oh, okay.
I think, I'm not sure if I already have your name.
Okay, who wants it? Who wants it? Oh, he got it. Wait, jump. Up there.
Please give a sweater on.
It's attacking the cameraman. I'm moving, man.
No. See, it's still
Now you're unarmed.
Go, Zelman!
Doesn't hurt.
Video, I want to be on it. Okay, that's good. You know what's Hey, you guys just
Jimmy, please. You took a cheap shot. Come here.
Hey, buddy! You think I didn't know who did that? You think I didn't know?
JC.
John, get out of here! Be careful! It's a danger zone.
My gloves are freezing.
Okay.
Let's film this. Oh, I have to get on it. Oh shit! That's the ball he got right there. Who did? He did this snowball. I was running after him.
That was me!
Thank you, Zellman.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Something tells me
This camera's been propelling back twice.
Yes.
Hey, it's over! What? Over! Oh, camera boy! Oh, camera boy! That's awesome! Yeah! Alright, you can go with him. Hey, Curtis! I'm here! I'm here! Good Curtis! Wait! You stand! I gotta get on the fucking bus! Wait! You about to stand? Stand your head in the way! Oh, alright! I've already checked you up!
See you, Zellman. Bye, Mike. What? No, you are.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm just here to say goodbye.
I'm on tape.